Hello everyone, we're back with step 3 of our toe-up sock, and just a brief synopsis. We did a figure 8 cast on of total of 10 stitches, which was 5 on 2 DPNs. We increased, hello Rusty, we increased to 26 total stitches, 26 around. We knit even, and then we did our gusset increases. Now we're going to work on our heel extension, which is this little curvy part here. Okay? And I'll let you kind of look at how I start my heel flap too. Okay? Alright, so did our 6 gusset increases. Let me get my bamboo needle. Now, we're going to knit off 7 stitches that a very famous sock designer has called wing stitches. So that's what we're going to call them too. We're going to knit 7, 2, 3. Now, the reason I knit 7, it's my own little quirk. Just works well for me. Generally speaking, ever how many gusset increases I did, I'll do that number plus 1 or 2. So we did 6 gusset increases, so I have 7 wing stitches. Alright, so now I hope you have 5 DPNs, because we're going to use a 5th one. Now we're going to start knitting across. Knit the rest of those stitches that were on that first, what we previously called our heel, one of our heel needles, and now we're going to knit across this other one until we have 7 wing stitches left on this needle. Okay? Since there's an odd number of stitches, you may not have the same number as I do. What's that? Nope, leave that one. 2, 4, 6, 7. So let's just kind of look at what we've done here. Here we go. Okay, so we have wing needle number 1. This is the beginning of our heel extension. It's also what we're going to work back and forth, our heel extension, or heel needle, heel sock. Hello. This is basically the heel stitches, and this is what we're going to work the heel extension on. Then, going on around, we have our wing stitches and instep stitches. Okay? But right now, for the heel extension, all we're going to do is work back and forth on this needle right here. Okay? I think I will. Ooh, maybe too much. There we go. Okay. Now, believe it or not, with this knitting across, we've already started our heel extension. So very sorry for the loud children next door. So what we're going to do is take this stitch and slip it purlwise onto this needle, our wing needle. Looks like Miss Rusty is going to help us out here. Rusty. Hello, Rusty. Sorry for the squeakiness. Alright, anyway. So, 1 stitch is over here. Now, we're going to purl back across these heel stitches. Pull that down pretty tight. We want our heel stitches to be very tight. I'm sorry, I know everything is in your light here. Okay, so there's a purl. It's just a plain purl. Just going to purl all the way across. Rusty. Okay, last one. Oopsie. Okay. Turn it. Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to slip that last stitch onto this wing needle. Slip it purlwise. Okay. So 2 rows, we have a slip stitch on each wing needle. We're going to do this same thing back and forth until we have 3 slipped stitches on each of the wing needles. Pull that down tight, no holes. Turn. We're going to slip that stitch onto the wing needle. Okay, pull it down tight. Okay, purling across. I'm sorry for the tapping of my double points. And my double points getting in your light to see what I'm doing, but it's just a purl, plain purl stitches. Just going to pull them down out of the way. There we go. Turn it. And slip that last stitch onto the wing needle, purlwise. Pull it down kind of tight. So let's look. We have our 7 wing stitches. 7 wing stitches, 2 slip stitches, heel extension stitches, and over here we have wing stitches, slip stitches. One more time. Nice and tight. Nice big fluffy spot of the yarn. Turn. Sorry, Rust. Okay. Slipping this stitch to this needle, purlwise. Okay. Snug it down. Messing up my yarn, Rusty. Okay, here we go. Purl across. Turn. And you can slip if you want to at the end instead of after you turn. It just, I don't know why, it just works better for me like that. Okay. So, wing stitches, 3 slipped wing stitches, 3 slip stitches, and the heel stitches. That is our heel extension. It is a thing of beauty. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I pick up stitches. Yes, I'm going to pick up stitches. Okay. Paint this one down tight. And then we're just going to knit across these heel stitches. Knit. Okay. So now, using the same needle, we come to the wing stitches, the wing needle. So what I'm going to do is knit the slip stitch, pick up a stitch. Knit the slip stitch, pick up a stitch, knit this slip stitch, and then pick up a stitch right here. When I do this on both sides, we'll have more stitches than we really need, but it makes for a nice dense heel. Okay? Knit. And then just pick a stitch and pick it up. Knit. Pick a stitch. Ooh. Knit it. Knit. And then lastly, pick up another stitch and knit it. Okay. That's leaving my wing stitches alone. Okay. Now we're going to turn and go back in the other direction and knit and pick up these stitches over here. Okay. Now this first stitch we're going to slip it purlwise, and then we're just going to knit across. Sorry, dogs were fixing to start acting up. Just purling across. Purling. Purling. Okay. So now, lay that down, and I'm going to knit, pick up, knit, pick up, knit, pick up, purl, using of course the purl stitch. Okay. Purling that one, pick up a stitch, and purl it. Purl that slip stitch, pick up a stitch and purl it. Purl the next stitch and pick up a stitch and purl it. And that's leaving on my wing needle my wing stitches alone. Okay? Can you see we're kind of making the heel there? Alright, so we should have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. We have 17 stitches on this. We only want 13 stitches. So, I'm going to stop this video right here because I'm going to make a step 4, which will be the heel flap. So see you in a minute.